guys, don't forget this is for adults, PG-13. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, you guys? It's ZacJacDan coming at you with a live stream here with a few of our buddies here. We got JB's Toy Trunk. We got the Jersey Geek.
What's up, everybody?
Sentri TMC.
What's up, guys?
And we had Oleg, Mr. Sintastic, and he just dropped off. He'll be back in a minute, I'm sure. But
I didn't know we were all saying hi. I was just waving. So hi.
So sorry about the old intros. That was the video I had last time. So I know a few of you guys have got a new intro now. Sentri, with your new stuff there.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe we refresh that.
You still got the same name, so that's all right.
It's the same thing. It's just a different logo.
There he is. What's up, Oleg?
Hey.
And I will say, even before we get started, Dan is the ultimate producer. He really does. He pulls this all together for us every month, and has been. And you do a great job, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
I do want to acknowledge that, and you do. You pull it all together. The thumbnails, all of it. Producer, Mr. ZacJacDan.
Better than I
does an excellent job.
The research and
it's time and effort to really just prep and put together this stuff, and he does it every time. So
that's right.
Well, thank you, guys.
Kudos to him.
You will see that we are missing ManCave. He was part of the intro. It's easier just to leave it in there than to edit it out.
Last minute
in there. Yep. So he is not going to make it tonight, but we do have the five of us, and we will be discussing a topic near and dear to a few of these guys' hearts, which is since today is Friday the 13th, we're going to talk a little bit of horror and what our favorite horror movies are and what our favorite horror action figures might be. So we'll get to that near the end. I want to say hey to some of the people in the chat here. Laura V. We got Marcia. We got AJ, the collecting legend.
AJ.
Dark
AJ.
Gutierrez. Comics 1017. Cricket Lee.
What's up, comics?
So good to have you guys in the chat. Just keep on throwing in comments in the chat as we go tonight too.
Smash that like button too.
Yeah, definitely hit that like button, thumbs up, all that good stuff. But yeah, you guys talking about my editing here. Here we go. Lightning effect changing into Friday the 13th.
Oh, this is your best one yet, man. This is your best work. It is. I was impressed by this. This was very well done.
Thank you for making me a pinhead too, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, good choices on everything. Very apropos as well.
Nice.
Yeah, this is good.
Living with Jigsaw.
And yep, you're welcome, North. And if you guys help me out in the chat, I appreciate that. Looking through that too. So, again, since the last stream, I know I threw out a couple of names, myself and ManCave, saying that we were close to our milestones, and we did hit those milestones. So that was awesome. So get out there to these other guys' channels. The links in there and is in the description for all these guys' channels. So get out there. If you're not subscribed to any of these guys, get out there and subscribe to them as well. And get them over the hump as well to get them to the next milestone, because it's awesome to hit those milestones. I know. Let's see, JB, I think you just hit 1,500.
I think so, yeah.
Yep. And then Sentri, I know you guys call me numbers, but I think you just hit.
Was waiting for it to come out.
There you go. Sentri, I think you just hit 5,500. Is that right? You're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
I am. Yeah, 4,500 on the way.
4,500. There you go. So it's awesome when you hit these milestones because it feels good to feel like you guys are supporting us, and I know you do in the comments because we're seeing that a lot too.
Yeah, I'm actually I think 5 short right now of 1,500. So
nice.
Very nice.
So JB somehow he jumped me. Like he's already lapping me.
I wasn't going to mention that. I like that you did though. That's good.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. I've called him before. He's the toy hunting ninja.
No, well, I appreciate it. I mean, it's support like this, that really gets it going, and so I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sentri, I wanted to ask you a question real quick because I know you made a big change to your decision of what you are collecting right now, right?
Ooh,
Yes.
I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit if we can.
Yeah, actually, I just had my main contractor and electrician back here just before they just left. I've decided on an electrician, which is exciting. The permit for my town has been just an absolute nightmare, no pun intended, with today. But it really has been, and we won't get into the gory details of that. But we had to resubmit the application for the permit. That should come back though very soon. We mapped out everything with the electrician. We know exactly what we're doing with lighting, which I'm very, very excited for. I'm just excited to resume construction. But the big change is I have decided to move away from statue collecting. A few folks may be aware that I have been a heavy statue collector, not really featured on the channel because I haven't had a collection room since the channel's inception. It was due to moving, and now I'm trying to finish my basement, so I haven't been able to show anyone the statue collection. That has really changed a lot over the years. But I had a Lord of the Rings Prime 1 collection that I'm looking to sell now just because my heart's not in it anymore, and I can't justify the now raised price hikes in shipping. FedEx has doubled their shipping costs, which is absolutely crazy. So, a lot of these pieces are anywhere from $2,000 or more. And I went to go look to maybe pre-order the new Gandalf that came out quarter scale from that line in the Prime 1 line. And the shipping was close to $700. And it's like, I don't love it enough to allocate money to that. So, and even if I were just a statue collector only, I've already been picky with what I decide to, have decided to buy over the past, year or so. I still probably I didn't love that piece enough to do that. It's just, it's hard to justify. So, and I really wanted to just make the room, a fully dedicated toy room. I think the space would just be better for that. I can do all the things I want with toys for that. It was more of just moving away from the hybrid collecting and the hybrid, setup. It'll just be a lot better, I think, for the room. So nothing changes with the layout, but what I'm putting in the statue area now is just going to mostly be vintage play sets that I have, my favorite ones, and a couple of dioramas. So
now, how many platforms is that?
Like the dedicated setups, the stands.
You had them for statues originally. So how many is that going to be that you're going to be trying to put play sets on?
In that area, it would be 11, and with one of the 11, it's like 60 plus inches wide. So that might be a Mythic Legions diorama setup area for that one, and then the rest are just going to be vintage play sets. My favorite one's right there, and then the room opens up into everything. The way I've laid it out in the last few videos, nothing's changed with that. So,
Sentri, I gotta say, I thank you for not displaying all the statues and everything, because I don't know about you guys, but any of you follow Gemmin Collectibles?
Yes.
No.
So he has like a lot of statues, and every time I see them, I'm like, oh god, it's so freaking cool. If Sentri got into it, displayed it, and I saw like how cool he would have had the display, I would have been like, that's it, I'm doing statues.
They're great. It's just a different animal, and again, it's like, you want to be, whether you have the money or not, you should have money. If you're collecting, money allocated to collecting, that would be my one and only piece of advice to anyone. Do whatever else you want, but don't spend money you don't have. But even so, still want to be responsible, right, with that money. And it's like, and those things take up a lot of space. So if I'm really going full force with vintage, which I have my whole really collecting journey, I'm not going to do both. And there are so many things I wanted to do with action figures that I wouldn't be able to do with the statue setup. That was, between that and the dwindling interest, the price hikes just pushed me over the edge. I'm like, you know what? It's time to just move this. Because honestly, I don't want to, down the road, if I wanted to sell those things, I'd be up a creek without a paddle. And I'm just not interested in being in a bad position, holding a bad position on those things. And I absolutely would be. And a lot of those things I bought before the last price hike, but the shipping hikes and everything, it's been, they went from 300 economy shipping internet, direct from Prime 1 now to double that. And before that it was, we were paying like 150. But think about that though, $700 can buy me a minty vintage play set or two, or something that I would want in the action figure realm. So that's where I'm at. And
now, are you getting rid of everything you have?
With statues? Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that's over.
So I kind of want to ask this, because a lot of you guys have been like purging a lot of your collections. JB, Sentri, ManCave has been. I think Jersey even was getting rid of a lot of his stuff too. Are y'all taking them to just local shops and trading them in? I know JB took a few of his to a local shop to trade some of his in.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like stuff that I just no longer want anymore. Anything that's like really expensive, I'll sell on my own. But the regular like Marvel Legends or McFarlane figures or whatever it might be, like anything that's come out in the last like few years, Black Series, I'll just trade it into the local shops for credit and get like one big item.
Yeah, with statues, I've been selling them on eBay. It's easier.
Okay, wow.
Most of these places don't. A lot of the places I go to at least don't care to hold the. That's the other thing too. Shipping them. Any statue collector will tell you, shipping is a nightmare, whether you're a customer or a seller, reseller, whatever. These big pieces, some of them come in 2 big boxes. Dealing with breakages absolutely stinks. And you don't always get refunds or replacements for the parts that break. So it just, and then as a seller, you kind of have to, you can fully insure them. That's fine. And those things can work out, but just shipping them is an absolute nightmare. They're enormous. I mean, some of these things, like the Sauron piece I have is 43 inches tall. It's 2 enormous boxes. That now will cost me probably close to $1,000 to ship.
So when you're selling it on eBay, you're requesting for a local pickup, or you're?
No, I'm doing it. I'm slapping at what I can put for a reasonable shipping price, along with a reasonable price tag, and also local pickup. But I am shipping those, and I usually I'll schedule FedEx to come and pick them up. It's just it's a nightmare that I just don't want to deal with anymore. Yeah. As far as that goes, the statues are great, they're beautiful, but I just want to stick to the action figures.
Well, I think
that's just where I'm at. That's where my heart is at.
Yeah, you've gotten excited about it lately, getting all these vintage things you have in. So
yeah, and I have a lot too, like already from like I started. Thankfully, I've had my vintage base from like 10 to 12, 15 years ago. I was able to scoop up a lot of stuff for cheap. When a lot of stuff was still pretty cheap. And picked up some things along the way that I've seen, but I just now that's really just where I want my focus to be. With this room getting set up, I have a vision for it. That's what I get most excited for. So that's what it's going to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But so like percentage wise I know you guys don't care too much about the money, I guess. I kind of do whenever I'm trying to, trade in things or sell them on eBay. So.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You don't want to get fleeced.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not good at math. That's all. So.
All right.
My stores they do pretty well for me. I'll get probably about 70% value.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's it's hard to find 50 around here. So
yeah, I wouldn't do it if I got less.
I noticed that too around there, but down there with you guys, I'm with Sintastic. I get good buyback, but
I wouldn't do. I would just sell it on my own if I got less.
Right.
I mean, I'm essentially getting 15% less than what I would get on eBay,
which they're going to take away from you anyway. Yeah.
Right, and now with the tax
Remove the hassle
rules
and stuff.
changing and everything, it makes sense to do it this way, and it's so much easier. And they give you more if it's obviously credit. If I wanted cash, it'd be a different story. But for credit, like I said, I've gotten some unbelievable vintage pieces that are worth, combined thousands of dollars at this point, all for just crap that I've traded in.
Yeah,
crap.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Jersey, you're getting called out.
Yeah, the cousin Jersey's kind of quiet there. He's
Oh, he won't be once the horror
he was
talks.
waiting. He was waiting.
No, just listen to what you guys were saying. That's all. Adding on to that, if I ever get rid of anything, I usually just sell it at the store at a show. I don't really trade anything in any stores anymore. I just put it in a box, and whenever I do a show, I just take it with me and pretty much hope it sells.
I don't know that people know that about you, Jersey. Right, with you and your shows, right?
No, I don't talk about it much, but yeah, I have a little store on the side. I don't scalp. I don't do that. I just usually buy, sell, trade from people that I know, and I've been able to in the last few years amass one heck of a collection that Sentri will tell you, and probably Sintastic will more than anybody. I'm like really trying to find a store, like somewhere to open up and sell the crap, because so I'm in my back room where the stuff is, and I refuse to put it in storage because those prices are absolutely
you don't want
same price. I may as well get a spot like at a flea market or an antique shop or something like that. So over the last couple of years, I've been on several lists for that, and just trying to find some kind of small building to just house it all in, and just hopefully, make a little bit of a little business out of it. But for the last couple of years, I've been doing shows. That's just it. Been doing fairly well with it. But yeah, for the most part, if I want to get, and I still to this day, I'll go around my collection and go, okay, do I really want this? Do I really want that? Am I going to die if I don't have this in my room or whatever? And I give it like the Greg test, as I call it. And if it passes, I just put it in the box and I'll sell it.
The Greg test.
Yeah. If I don't see it and I find it out of nowhere and I'm like, oh, wow, I forgot I had this. And it's not like anything that I know I have to have, it goes. Because that means I have no connection to it.
Yeah.
Why I bought it, I have no clue. So I don't need it.
Hey, T3, you're getting rid of your Star Wars collection. Which version of Star Wars collection you talking about you're getting rid of for the old Toy Biz Marvel Superheroes collection?
I saw his recent vid. He's got a few things out there, so go hit up Carlos T3 Collects, his Instagram and his YouTube page. Yeah, he's got a few things. I think he said he's trying to, and I'm not trying to take your answer, Carlos, but I just recently watched it. He's trying to move on, and well, let's see what he puts in there exactly why. But he does have it out there, guys. So if you want to support Carlos, good dude, go check out. There's some stuff out there that's kind of hard to find now, so you might be able to pick it up off of him.
And so since I'm the oddball out, I don't do the toy hunting like these guys do. I noticed that JB found a nice stash of Recondos. And JB, did you know Recondo is not even on the website anymore? It was out of stock.
Well, I bought all of them, so that's all sold out. Yeah. I didn't know he was gonna pop up there, again after I saw that. And you know how Target app is, and Target, it's gonna flash in and out. So for those of you guys that still don't have the Recondo, wait, be patient. If you want to try to just the app and hit it refresh every now and then, try to find it. And then yeah, it's a good figure. I have it right here in front of me. It's a great looking figure. And what's crazy is on this hunt, I found those 4 Recondos or 5 Recondos, and up to the top left, I missed the you could see it actually there in that picture, the top left, the Duke.
That's the Duke. That's what
the Duke
Sentry found.
Yeah, everybody, and that's the thing is I saw it there and I was like, oh, we can't find the Ram cycle, and it was right there in front of me. So
I got a feling that one's going to be on clearance at some point.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I have 2 Ram cycles from the last time, so I'm good.
I've seen it all week, and it doesn't look like anyone's bought it. Like I'll go to the same store 3 days later, and the same amount of them are sitting there.
The Ram cycle?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen a few here, but I haven't. I don't know what's in a K. What is it? Is it 2? 2 a K? What is it? What's
4? Every time I see them, there's 4 of them.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
It should be just like Crocmaster and Fiona, the 4 should be. Now, finding this stuff is good. So my area should be getting Dusty, Zorana, and Crimson Guard here hopefully soon. I've had Dusty actually on pre-order with GameStop Black Friday sale, $18. It said in stock, $18. Click the button, and they said March of 2023. So I was like, I don't know what's up with that. So, but those other 3 figures should be hitting really soon. Hopefully.
I actually found Zorana at
Right.
GameStop at the tail end of last year, randomly, along with Sergeant Slaughter.
Right.
at my local
Both of those
GameStop.
figures are so good.
Right.
I love
Yeah.
those figures.
I like the Slaughter, the classified Slaughter. I like infinitely more than, significantly more than the Action Force one.
I 100% agree. I mean, Action Force one was good. I like the one Action Force
Yeah, it's
because
good.
the big hand cannon that it came with, but then after that, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I think the classified one is excellent.
Absolutely, 100% agree.
This year, the fact that and y'all probably saw it in my top 10 if y'all watched it, Slaughter, Serpentor, and Mindbender. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I happened to turn on Hasbro the other day on YouTube, and you know how they live stream G.I. Joe cartoons all the time now?
Yeah.
Y'all knew that.
Yeah.
I happened to turn on that episode. I was like, oh, I got him. Oh man, I can recreate the whole show. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they need a couple more though. They need gosh, I don't know. There's quite a few more. Quick Kick,
Oh yeah.
He wasn't in a lot of episodes, but Quick Kick is definitely one that I always loved as a kid. So
yeah, I did too. That's in one of my as my top 10 most wanted, and somebody kind of made fun of it. He said, "Why do you want a guy that just got killed in the comics?" I'm like, I don't read the comics. I watch the cartoon. I don't know. They didn't kill anybody in the cartoons.
No.
That's interesting.
They speaking of G.I. Joe, the shop that we're going to, myself and Mr. Sintastic are going to tomorrow. The shop that I'm going back to, Imperial Castle. They have a few things in. They have, as of this week, they have a Defiant, which looks incredible.
Are you gonna get it?
It's $6.99, maybe. I mean, maybe.
If
there are a couple of things that I want
then
there.
yes, right?
Well, one already sold, but yeah, so maybe. And I have stuff to trade in there, so honestly, I will buy that if that's really what I want. But they also have a Terradrome with the fire bat. It's about 70% complete.
Nice.
John was telling me, the owner. And
is he going to be there tomorrow? Is he going to be there?
Yeah. He's going to be down in the basement with us too. And
yeah, I was going to say he's going to let us in the basement.
Yeah. And they also just have in, and I was downstairs with the contractors, or else I would have been all over it. I should find out tonight. I am taking this, no questions asked. They have a very clean, in working order Thunder Tank, vintage Thunder Tank with a couple of figures. So
nice.
Yeah, and it looks really, really good. That I want. That I will walk away with tomorrow for sure. The Joe stuff, I don't know.
my buddy who Sentri you met at New York Comic Con, he wanted to go tomorrow, but he's not going to be able to. He come with me, but he just got a USS Flag, so he's trying to kind of fill it out. So he wants all sorts of stuff. He's like, hey, I got my Venmo and PayPal ready for you tomorrow if need be.
They have a flag there, and they have a lot of Joe vehicles there. They have
that's what he wants.
Place
he wants
has a lot of Joe stuff. They have a ton, and they had a ton in the basement too. So
Well, like I said, that right there is the one thing that if I was ever going to go back vintage, it would be the vehicles for both Star Wars and for G.I. Joe, because I love those things.
Absolutely. I've got a question in chat here. It looks like.
Which
thoughts
one?
on the indie? Thoughts on the indie?
Yeah, I was hoping we would get to that.
I'll get to it. Yep, we'll get to it here in a second if you want to. Cool. Let's get to it real quick. First thing I'm going to do is finish up talking about y'all's toy hunts, because man, y'all been killing it with toy hunts. Too Bad. I think almost everybody found Too Bad.
Yeah, I got him this week, and I found Frost late yesterday afternoon. It was actually after my toy hunt came out.
That'll be a clearance item. She's already she's warming the pegs right now. Too Bad. I'm curious about Too Bad.
Rumors that Origins and Masterverse are ending in April.
It's from Toy Guy. Who was that put that out? He's I did.
Mega J.
No. Spectre Creative, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He said they're both ending in this year.
Well,
that
speculation.
April is going to be the last line or wave, excuse me, for both of them.
Oh,
I don't believe that. This is just my opinion. I of course don't know. I don't know how that makes sense unless there's something unbeknownst to me. I don't understand how that could be the case for Origins. Not because I want it to continue. that's my personal choice. But are they just going to like I make Snake Mountain and then abruptly end the line? I don't. When they've also
hope they
gone
don't
on
cancel
record to
Snake
say,
Mountain.
unless something has happened since. I mean, Mattel has said that
They
they
said
plan to do
it-
other play sets. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
They want to make a lot of other
with
characters.
Eternia
So.
coming out.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know that Origins that to me makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
Masterverse, I mean, who knows? I guess,
and-
but
I mean,
He
they have
was
been sitting
saying
on the
that
shelves a lot in
Mattel-
Target and stuff. So
He was saying that
well, they
Mattel
haven't
sent
put out any new waves too.
Yeah, King Grayskull and has been sitting there still, and I found one today, still full price, at mine. So he's just gonna sit there.
Yeah. No, that dude was saying that Mattel sent out a memo to whoever internally saying that they're planning on ending the line after the April wave. Take it for what it's worth.
What sort? Where did you source that?
we're seeing in here Toy Guru, which is Scott.
It was Toy Guru. That's who it
Nicholic.
was. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The dude that I heard it from, his name, God, what the heck is his name? Spectre Creative. He used to actually work on.
I think we're talking about the same guy.
For Mattel.
I don't know.
And he worked on the Classics line and the 2000X line.
Mm.
Well, I didn't see the article. I didn't see the video. Like, what's the reasoning? I mean, I don't. That's the gist of it. But like,
it's
what's
not making money? It's that simple.
And there's a breakdown of that shown and stuff, or is this just?
Well, just he didn't give the details, but this, sum and substance of it was that they weren't making money because look at them, how they're all on clearance all the time, and they sit there on the pegs. They don't.
I mean, it's been the same wave for the past 8 months. I
Well,
mean,
no,
that's
they
all
made the
was.
money because they sold it to Target. Now, whether Target's deciding they don't want as much stock, that's different.
Yeah, and with Origins, they don't have. I mean, we don't. Yeah, I mean, we just haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure they're the same guy. Oh, okay, yeah, it is the same guy. Toy Guru, Spectre Creative. Okay, that's what I thought too. But yeah, let's see new waves. I guess. I mean, Eternia had no problem getting crowdfunded. We're looking at prototypes for Snake Mountain. It doesn't feel like it's over or ending soon.
They still have a little bit more to go as far as mainline characters and vehicles and
a
things
long
like
way
that.
to go. And they're
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about possibly. I mean, look, if it's not selling and they want to cut it off, fine. But there's a ton they can do and a ton they've
Right.
talked about doing.
Right.
So
Right.
this would be for Origins. That would, to me, feel like an abrupt pivot with that line. Masterverse. I mean, Masterverse. I could, sure, maybe.
I could
But
see
the
that
thing,
going.
Masterverse was
before-
originally based on that new cartoon,
Originally, yeah.
Right.
which is getting a second season. So
Yeah,
that
I mean,
doesn't.
I definitely couldn't care less about that cartoon, but it would be nice to see these figures made in like a classics-esque design that they've been doing. This is the best Too Bad release I think since the
agree.
vintage
Incredible.
line.
I
Yeah.
agree. But
Dude,
because they
He-Man,
did
40th anniversary
Masterverse,
He-Man that just came out.
yeah, it
It
was
was one
so
of the
good.
best He-Mans that ever came out.
Moss Man. Yeah.
they did Masterverse Moss Man for Wave 1, which was horrible.
Horrible.
So I
Terrible.
went ahead and did find me a classics one. It looks so good.
Oh, that's so good. That's so
Too
good.
bad.
Just doesn't make
Too
sense. It
good. It's too good.
Too good.
What's that, Jersey?
just doesn't make sense if they're trying to end it. Just doesn't, like, everything just doesn't make sense. Like you were saying, there's so much more they can do. Why end it now?
Unless they're in financial trouble, and like you said, they're just seeing these retailers say, "Hey, I'm not buying any more of this stuff because it's just sitting on the shelves."
Yeah.
But then you do something where it's like a temperature check with Eternia.
Yeah.
And that had no problem getting crowdfunded. Again, I mean, that is kind of in its own, on its own island and kind of in its own universe as far as products in this line or associated with it. But I mean, there's clearly interest in Motu and in the Origins form. You just give the people what they want, and that's a clear indicator to me that there's no. I mean, you see people buying it, you see people talking about it, whether it's on YouTube, wherever. I mean, there's definitely huge interest in it. So I don't know. I'm not buying that for now. That's just my.
I hope not, because I'm loving both lines.
Well, me too.
So.
Yeah, I'm not buying that right now.
All right, then you guys, JB found this out of the blue. One of his first hunts of the year, and we were like, "What are they doing?" If you guys
Yeah,
remember, we talked about in the side chat that we thought McFarlane was going to be doing some turtles. I think it ended up being this instead. They had McFarlane written down instead of Playmates.
No, I think McFarlane is doing Turtles. That's going to be associated with the new movie that's coming out this summer.
Okay,
That's what McFarlane's doing.
okay. I would love to see that, but we'll see it when it comes. But these are we did decide these were part of the same ones that were in the 2-packs, right?
Yes.
I think they are. I mean, they're if they're not, they're really, really close. You know, they're really close.
I do like that Triceratops. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, as far as the other figures, like I think the Shredder looks hideous. I have no desire.
And the problem, they don't scale with the turtles.
No, I haven't seen.
Turtles are massive.
Yeah.
They have ugly faces.
But even with the turtles, the regular turtles from that line, the turtles are too big compared to the villains.
I'm probably the only one that has taken to the turtles in disguise. In box, like I don't. They're goofy. I like goofy looking stuff. These are just goofy enough for me to be interested. I don't know if I'll buy them. Plus, I love the movie packaging stuff. In box, to me, I kind of like them. I also think Triceratops looks pretty good. Shredder has a peanut head. I don't know why, but I don't think that's a bad looking figure. That's terrible. To me, that's terrible, and that's just my opinion. But yeah, the turtles in disguise, they're kind of. I don't mind them.
When you found them, Sentry, when you found them on your video and you said that, I took a step back, and you're right. They do look good in the single pack. The double pack, it was kind of, at first I was like, oh, I got them and I found them all, and I got the whole sets, but they do look, heck of a lot better in the single pack. And the trench coats, I agree with you. It's unique, it's different, it's fun, because I'm the same way. I like things that are different,
Well, they did the
off.
Well, they did the 4-pack of Turtles in Disguise. NECA did.
Yeah, but not Playmates though.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The Turtles in Disguise NECA is like 1,000.
Different
in my
ball
opinion.
game. We're talking about a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think also with the 2-packs from Walmart, I still don't know for sure. That was called the Classics line, but I want to say that was a bigger scale than these. They're similar. They're definitely similar in design, but I think those are bigger scaled figures, but I don't know for sure.
I just remember the 2-pack with Shredder and whichever turtle it came with. The turtle was like a lot bigger than them.
The turtles were completely out of scale. Those looked absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Out of scale in every way. The head sculpts on those were terrible. These are kind of similar, but they're different. I do think the head sculpts are better on these. Can't get any worse. But
I like the trench coats. I think it's cool. I really do.
Yeah. I don't mind these, but again, I mean, I like bootleg figures, so I can't go by me.
But hey, some of the bootlegs that you've been finding though, woo, heat and fuego.
Cool.
And fuego.
I'd love to find a ring to go along with those one day.
There's your big guys.
Yeah, they are.
Again, that's no interest to me at all, but I know a lot of you guys are like, yes.
They're cool. They gravitated toward me. Now, when they come out with a Mikey, I'm all over the Mikey. The other three, I know we got to keep the brothers together. I just like Mikey, so.
My problem with these is the head sculpt. I think it's great we're finally getting a reissued of the giant size turtles, and I like the new packaging too. I think you can't go wrong whether it's the vintage style closed box with a window or this. That's nice. Huge miss though with every head looking the same.
Yeah. The mouths are definitely off on those. I actually checked that today. The mouths are definitely off on these are one set design where the original 4 have different. I mean, they're the same essentially, but they're all different for each other. These ones are just right across the board, the same thing.
They're the same, and that's a big miss.
Yeah, they're cookie cuttered, and I think Leo only has one katana sword. And Mikey.
Does he?
Well, really? The original I think only had one.
Oh, really?
Raph was the only one that had the 2 size.
2 size. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The katana, he only had one katana, but I don't. They had different heads, and and again, I mean, if it was a 1-to-1 reissue, it would have been a nice, chance to, and I guess you could, you'd have to really match them up, but for vintage collectors that are missing accessories or belts or weapons, to swap them in with this $25, and you have yourself, you can complete your vintage line with some accessories, having the vintage turtle, but but for what it is, it's cool. Little kids will probably like these too.
Yeah.
So
I think.
I agree.
The price point for me is the real Like that's the one that would drive it home for me. I'm like at $24.99.
You can't beat that.
You're right. So my granddaughter would love those figures. You know what I'm saying?
They're $24.99.
Yeah, they are.
$24.99.
You cannot beat that.
That's not bad.
Now,
No,
did we decide that
it's
these
good.
are more of a soft plastic than the originals or harder?
I don't.
These are
know
definitely a
the-
different plastic for
Yeah,
sure.
but
Most of the plastics from 80s, 90s are harder and they're more brittle. But yeah, I think these are softer.
Yeah, one of the Leos that I found had a googly eye on it as far as paint app. But again, big figure, $24.99. If you're getting it, great. I mean, I wouldn't question it at all. You know, I like it. I like it in box the way it is too. I know the previous ones were like kind of enclosed with a window, and this one's a little bit more open. And I think ManCave said that he was going to display his,
He said he
open
was
like
going to
that.
display his in box.
Right.
I think they look great as is for sure. Yeah,
So-
definitely.
I want to say a little shout out in the chat here. My boss, Jedi Hunter 83, and
Oh yeah.
Odin No One. Thanks for joining, guys.
What's up, guys? What's up, Jedi?
Looks
Okay.
good.
You also found this out there in Target, I believe, right?
Oh, that's great. I haven't found that yet.
That is unbelievable set.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of those lately. My one hunt, there was like 4 of them. I think I shared it on my Instagram. There's a lot of them. I was surprised.
I haven't found that yet. I haven't been out all too much, but you know what? I'm gonna buy this. When I see it, this is to me a very Jax inspired.
Yeah.
That
set.
honestly is great by itself. Yes,
The packaging and everything. I wouldn't take this. This just reminds me of a Jax set from back in the day.
Yep.
I love this.
I want to bust mine out so bad, but I'm just leaving it in
I
box
kind
for
of want to
now.
bust them out to get the raw letters.
Those roll letters are huge, man. I didn't realize how big they were until I actually saw the box in person.
Yeah, they're it's the whole box. I mean,
It would look awesome with the metallic.
they
green.
overlap. Yeah.
So yeah.
Look at that.
So, I mean, with this being another razor, the fact you're getting 2 ultimate razors with the different colors, is that going to matter to you?
No. Razor to me, at least to me, is one of those guys which I can't get enough of.
Yeah, same. Well, 1, 2, 3 kid first
because he
appearance
always had-
costume is amazing.
He's one of those guys. He always had like a lot of different clothes, and it was always colorful. It's like him and Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior.
Flashy.
Like they were always like Shawn Michaels. They always had so many different outfits and stuff that like you could make a million of them.
All the best to make all kinds of action figures.
Yeah.
I think even for that, the price point, you can't beat it. $64.99. It's a great.
Yeah, for 3 great figures.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Hobby Lobby has a sale on paint. I think buy one get one. So.
You made a great statement the other day, JB. You said instead of build a figure, it's paint a figure now, right?
Yeah, it's a paint a figure. I mean, might as well just go at it.
So I'm completely passing on this wave until it goes on sale, just because of the fact I didn't paint this guy right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Smart.
spend that kind of money on this.
No, why would you?
I mean, he's got yellow. What's
Yeah.
wrong with him? And
Such a miss on a cool build-a-figure too.
That would have
what
been
frustrates
real, I
me-
mean,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
frustrating for sure, man.
what frustrates me is this, because they showed this little turnaround with the extra yellow paint on it everywhere. I mean, it's not bright on the lips or anything, but it's still got a yellowish hint to it.
that's good lighting. That's
I'm-
what it was. Good
Exactly.
lighting.
It's one of those things, that you get a picture on the box, you get a figure. Which one is it going to be?
Yeah. I don't know if we were going to get to that, but just real quick, I've seen another. Was it Pixel Dan? I think he had an issue with the Dungeons and Dragons. He had an issue with one of
Twice
the
now.
figures. Yeah, twice, and Hasbro sent him like the different figure and a broken hand again. It was just
Yeah, both of them. The hand broke off the exact same way.
right.
I think
But-
it might have been 3 times actually.
Another guy opened some Dungeons and Dragons live, and I don't know their name, Sentri. You're gonna kill me for that. But the female,
Mm-hmm.
whoever she is, when he went to open the female box, the male figure was in there.
Oh, it got swapped.
Yeah, so completely
was
swapped
swapped.
out. Yep,
That's
from
what
the
I-
factory, I guess.
That's one of my biggest problems with this windowless packaging. Is with the swapping. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great. You can't trust where you're gonna get in a store now.
Yep.
And that happened with who? Which one was that?
I don't know who was doing that video. I was just watching somebody's unboxing because they were just kind of wanting to see what happened with this new plastic-free unboxing. So it just kind of, intrigued me.
And it was with it was with Diana, I guess.
Is that her name?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
girl. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So he opened her up and it ended up being the guy, and then he opened the guy up and it was the guy. Of course, he was hoping they would be switched, but of course,
It was Hank. It was the blonde guy.
Yeah, Hank.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It really is, because like he said there, he's probably done now with that line.
Well, and that's also a line that's been very protected over the years.
Yeah.
So you're going to do this and release this and mass produce it, and everybody loses, and especially us, because these are one of those things where it's like we don't get D&D figures ever, and now we do, and it's a disaster. I think the what NECA's doing is great with them, which is thankfully that's going well. But these cartoon figures, it's just like, man, that's not gonna help build confidence to get this license out there.
I was gonna get a couple figures and a little cartoon shelf that I was gonna kind of do together, and just a little homage to Dungeons and Dragons. But after that, why would I now? I don't know. I still might, but
Jersey, read that for me.
So Comics is saying that he found a Spider-Man Noir at a Target, so he opened it in front of someone at customer service, and there were just 2 bath parts instead of the actual figure, which is insane to even think about. I would just sit there and look at him and be like, I didn't do this, just so you know. This is the BS that's going on. This is why, we won't beat that. We won't beat it anymore with, windowless packaging. But I don't know what else you can do as far as, like, even it's gonna get to the point where Target's gonna have to start watching people, have a camera right on the aisle, like
they're
right
gonna have to security lock all of them. It's a disaster.
You know what, dude? I can see that.
Yeah, but the thing is, what about if you buy it, you bring it home, you swap something out at home, repackage it, and be like, oh, I want to return this.
Yeah, it would only help on the initial release.
And that was our original argument when this got announced. I know we said that on the first stream. That's what people are probably going to do. It's going to be so much more easier to swap figures. You can go home. What's stopping you from doing it?
It was already happening with
put a rock in
there from the swaps.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. So. Even T3 just said that Mattel's planning on doing it this year. Well, they're going to suffer just as much, honestly.
Well, I hope that's not true, man.
If Mattel does it, that will be the end of Mo2,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it. Look at that, Frogman. There you go.
So did anybody get this ordered?
It's the 17th.
Yeah.
Okay, 17th.
I'm hoping I
can.
Oh,
you just my heart just dropped when you said that.
Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah, the 17th, and I will be ordering too and keeping one in box. It's going in the shipper.
They've done some crazy stuff, man. I cannot believe the obscurity that they've done. It's awesome.
But those that's what I'm saying, though. Those right there are really awesome. It's just like with your display, have them right there. I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mr. Flame Master G has joined us, guys.
Flame Master, what's up, man? I could go for some barbecue right now.
Don't say that, Sentri. I'll draw down right now for some of that brisket.
Right now. Friday night BBQ.
I would. Hey,
Jersey, you're not driving anywhere. You can't even drive to join us for a toy.
Yo, I gotta work on some.
Shut your mouth.
I gotta work on some people.
I would drive up right after this up to Charlotte, but I can't. I got to work early tomorrow.
I'll bring the hickory chunks. Let's just fire it up right now.
The hickory. Yeah. You need the hickory? I got the hickory.
You want to come pick me up? We're going right down to North Carolina.
We got Jeezy Cheesy joining us too. Sentri, it's true. I read it on LinkedIn. I'll try to find the article and send it to you about the Mattel going plastic free.
Please do.
I'll hold out hope until it actually happens. I hope not.
I'm hoping. What I'm glad is that they allowed Hasbro to go first.
Yeah.
And fail.
Which is why if you right, but so you see that it's even worse if someone else,
why would you follow
another toy maker? Yeah, it's like it's just exponentially more stupid to then follow suit. That's crazy to me.
It's like
Mattel should know better, man. They have been doing the right thing. I feel like the past few years where you have the pandemic hits and a lot of these toy makers think it's like, oh, there's a new normal. And then they start mass producing a lot of this stuff and the QC goes down and the prices go up. Mattel has been steady. They haven't changed anything drastically. In my opinion, prices have generally stayed the same. The product has been good. Like, why why would you mess with that?
Wrestling figures right now are amazing.
Why would you mess with that? Let's hope not.
Flame Master says y'all come on down right now to be here every ready by the time you get here.
As long as I'm back in Salem City before 6 a.m., we're good.
Yeah, let's go, fella. I got a free weekend, so I'm
All right.
Oh
I'm
man.
Geigen, am I pronouncing that right? Geigen?
Yeah.
Again.
SH Monster Arts is doing some Geigen here. Gonna be coming out. I think it came out today.
I actually watched some Godzilla over the break. I loved it, man. They were like pulling like old wrestling moves. It's like really interesting to rewatch some of them. They're doing like suplexes and off the rope type stuff. It was really awesome to see. I love that.
This would be a cool Shogun figure.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if you didn't get that pre-order, you get that one right now too because
It's a really nice
ready.
figure. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
That Geigen, man.
There he goes
All right.
flying. Look at that. Yep.
Here's a little bit of something for. I know JB loves some GI Joe. What do you call these reactions? Sentry, I think you're a little bit into them, aren't you?
No,
He's
you got
not.
out of them.
He's not.
No, I never started. I just don't like them.
So they
I
got-
had some. I traded them all in.
I gave
crazy
up on
ones.
something like unique that you don't see every day. So
Yeah, you got a Cobra Trooper, a Red Laser. Don't know what that is. A Raven. So both those are Cobra, I guess. You got your Tomax and Zaymont. You got a Duke with a sword. A lightsaber looks like.
Yeah, he looks like he's doing some Jedi training there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Snake Eyes with a trident.
He's trying out for Aquaman.
You got your Mutt and Junkyard, which we'd had that as well whenever they did the little fake thing on April Fools or whatever it was, but it was real.
See, that's a classified right there. Make that happen.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely want to see Mutt and Junkyard. And then you got a G.I. Joe MP. So I hope these sell good for them, but they're going so vague with some of these. I don't know if they actually sell.
I have some of the more obscure ones just because the card art and the way it looks. Again, for reaction, a lot of it for me is that card art, the way it looks, way overpriced, like quadruple what it really should be. But I get sucked.
That's the thing. If you're going to spend that kind of money, I'd rather just hunt down the 25th anniversary line.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny thing is, you think now that they've got these things in Target like they have, they can drop the prices a little bit.
Yeah. And I'm not a completion. I got a few. Too many, really.
My boss says they should be $11.99. No, I think they should be like $5.99.
I'd say $9.99.
No, $9.99 because the card is actually a good quality card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, $9.99 is fair, I think.
Yeah.
Now that we've seen Hasbro do some crappy vintage cards, we know what a good card feels like.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'll give this line. At least the cards are really nice.
Oh, you got a vintage card essentially. So
yeah.
All right, so we was talking about Indy earlier. So that Indy line, we had known about these particular figures. I think we talked about the suited one last time. This is like the Club Obi-Wan or something. So that went up for Target pre-order now already.
Yep. Is it sold out?
I don't know.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it yesterday.
Good. Did you get the other line, or just you're gonna stick with these?
Yeah, I'm gonna get both.
Okay.
I watched Raiders last night.
I love Indiana Jones, so
yeah.
These figures look nice too. I'd probably get them myself.
Yeah, their face sculpts look amazing. Harrison Ford looks great in these figures.
Yeah. Marsha's actually finishing Temple of Doom right now downstairs.
What? She's not watching us?
It's actually my favorite one. I know a lot of people don't like Temple of Doom.
Oh, I love Temple of Doom.
Yeah, Temple of Doom is my favorite. It's my favorite one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love Temple of Doom too.
Yeah.
Walter Donovan's really great too.
Yeah. This is part 3. So
yeah,
interesting.
I like
that.
I like 3 pretty. It's pretty good too.
I mean, I like them all, but Temple of Doom was my favorite though.
I will definitely like. I think I talked about this last time. When these go on clearance, I'll be jumping on these. I think
you're gonna walk into Target and be like $2.
Oh, you will find these for $8 at some point for sure.
Yeah. Some more suited.
Oh, look, Marsha's watching us. She's not watching that.
Well, she was before we started. And then her comment earlier, you have more than a few. She's talking about the Super 7 reaction.
Yep. So Odin says they're reusing Black Series parts on the Donovan figure. Wonder what pieces those are.
Probably Imperial.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I could see the pants and like one of the Imperial troopers. Yeah. I mean, why not get the most out of your molds?
Yeah, and it is what it is.
Yeah. They did the pipeline reveals, so we are going to be getting some Temple of Doom with short round. Temple of Doom, Andy with his, I hope, clothes ripped off like that. That'd be cool.
I love that. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
The hypnotized version. And then they teased that with the new movie we're getting, Dial of Destiny, they're going to have an Indiana Jones old man and a Helena Shaw, whatever that is.
I'd be in this mostly just for the different indies and short round.
Yeah, well, that's what I agree, and they better not mess short round up. That's tough. Smaller figure. They just please make it happen.
Yep.
Don't let it come out like, just like like an accident,
I'm looking forward to the new movie, so whatever.
We'll see. I hope it was good. Target screwed up. I don't know if y'all saw this or not. And in their listing for the Club Up E1, down in the bottom, there was this section called Iconic Characters Adventures Series, including Henry Jones Sr., the Grail Knight, and Mola Ram. So now we know those are coming.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Mola Ram, man.
I'd be interested in all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a Sean Connery for sure.
Definitely. I'm going to fly through these DC ones and not talk about them too much because we kind of talked about them before, but these are the official pictures of them.
Yeah.
But we talked about the Superboy and the fact that he didn't have the glasses, got the spikes on the shoulders. I've still got him ordered, though. He's going to be on the shelf until I get a different one.
Yeah. I pre-ordered him.
I don't care anything about the Duke Thomas, the Signal.
Yeah. Me neither.
You got your Kingdom Come Batman. Looks really good.
It looks cool.
The wings look good.
Yeah.
Odin saying they were using Black Series parts for the Donovan figure. It's interesting. And I wouldn't be surprising. But yeah.
They were saying it was probably Thrawn's pants.
Oh, he's saying
Yeah.
Pierce
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Han's
yeah.
arms.
Got your Jay Garrick Flash. I got that ordered, so hopefully we can get some
That
Justice
looks
Society going on.
That looks
looks
great.
good.
I love that.
I'm looking forward to that myself.
What's the difference between that one and the one out now? The color, right? Is it just the color, or
This is the first time we've
this
seen
one
Jay.
is like the more traditional.
This
one.
is the OG one, yeah.
This is from Justice Society. Yeah, old school guy. And then we got the one that I know JB was most excited about, the Gladiator one.
well,
I
the
love that.
pictures look good. I saw some pictures, like actual, like in-hand pictures. I don't know now.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys found Eradicator yet?
No.
No.
That's one I'm going to grab too, just kind of as a placeholder until I get a different kind. So yeah, that's that whole wave. That's pretty cool. So that was all the stuff that he had from the little previews that he had at New York Comic Con during that panel, I think. Because at SDCC, he didn't show anything off. New York Comic Con, he showed off, here's what I got for 2023. And boom, he's already got, we're January 13th. He's already got all of them revealed to us and pre-ordered. So Todd's on it, man. And it'll probably be in hand within a month, knowing him.
Yeah.
Something exciting for you guys. Not this one. No, hold on. This is a gold label McFarlane store exclusive Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner. I don't care about it as much myself. It's interesting that it's McFarlane store exclusive. So I don't know how rare those are going to be once time goes on.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But here's what I was wanting to show is that this isn't necessarily the exciting part, but Super 7 is going to be doing Sesame Street. This is the exciting part for you, Sentry.
That's a couple of different partnerships. These two being one of them, and Disney Warner, Richard Carey also.
Yeah, I was so excited to see this.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with this.
I'm excited for the Sesame Street, really, but
I hope they build out this D&D line. Oh my goodness. play sets, steeds. Give me it all. Give Daddy everything.
And you know, that's the thing is with their reaction, they haven't really done a lot of play sets yet. They did kind of one little sled with dogs at one time for G.I. Joe, I think.
Right, that is correct.
But that's the only play sets they've done so far. They've got a lot they could do, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comics said he ordered that Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner.
Nice.
I'm passing. I think I'm passing on the different colored lantern like that. I'll go with Atrocitus and Arquillo and all those, but I don't think I'm going to go as crazy with the different colored lanterns like that.
The McFarlane everything, but especially that DC line, man. If you're into that, you know, that's a significant line to be into. That's going to take up real space and resources. That's a serious. That has turned into a serious thing, I think, as of 2022 and now heading into 2023, which is really cool. I mean, that's another option that I don't think a lot of people were necessarily expecting last year. You could tell, though, I think towards the tail end of 2021. I think we had some chats about it. I had mentioned it to you guys between Spawn, what he was doing with Spawn, and some of those Batman releases and other DC releases that last year might have been a big year for him, and it definitely, I think, by far and away blew away expectations.
The only issue I have with him, and I was talking to ManCave about this, he feels the same way as I do about this. He has to put his own little twist and spin on all the figures. You know what I mean? Like with the Superboy, he's sort of correct, but he's got the knee pads. He's got this.
Those liberties are always taken, though.
What was that?
Those liberties are always taken.
He's taking his artistic design himself, probably.
Looking one, like Eradicator. You couldn't just make a regular Eradicator.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
His face black.
He might get to that. I mean, that was in the comics. That's part of the comics. Both of those are in the comics. It's just not the version that we necessarily wanted because we're old school guys,
Yeah, you see that a lot. You see it a lot with statues too. Even comic accurate pieces, there is always a modern twist on it. You'll have different meshing in the costume when that's not necessarily ever been there, or different, very little different subtle design tweaks where hardcore guys some of us or whatever, other followers where it's well, these pants were just red. Why is there netting?
Right.
He didn't have a holster strap on his right thigh. Why is that there? But so I feel like you do see it a lot, and other companies do it too with toys. But
yeah,
I hear you though. I hear you for sure.
Yeah,
he'll end up doing it. He's getting this particular version out there, making money on it, and he's going to release another version of it.
You'll get some McFarlane store exclusive to get what you want, and it'll be very limited, and you'll miss it, and then you'll pay $60 or $70 for it on eBay.
Yeah, that's the story of my life.
Yeah,
right,
hasn't stopped you though. That's clear.
Let's get into a little bit of our horror talk tonight, since it is Friday the 13th, right? So NECA did their 12 days of downloads, I think, for Christmas. And this was one of their downloads was for their monsters. I'm going to kind of jump a little bit here, Sentri, because you told me Nosferatu was one of your favorite toys. We'll get to that in a minute. Looking at the fact that we're getting Nosferatu in this, will that outdo the ones that you did pick? I
mean, time will tell. I don't want to make a decision without being able to see both of them in front of me. But that Silent Screamers from Mezco is going to be very hard to beat. And I almost feel dirty for not mentioning NECA with horror, because to me that's just one and the same, but and synonymous. But I that Silent Screamers Nosferatu to me is going to be very, very difficult to beat.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Yeah,
that thing looks amazing.
Yeah. That's, to me, this is one of the best Mezco releases ever. I absolutely love that with the coffin and the multiple. I have this in hand. It is awesome.
Oh, you've already got it?
Yeah, I have that.
Nice.
I've had it. Yeah, I pre-ordered it when it came up on their site, however long ago, and I've got that. I got the shirt. Actually, that's where the shirt came from. I sometimes will wear the shirt, but that's from this thing, the Silent Screamers. Yeah, this is amazing.
AJ, be good, buddy.
See you, AJ.
Hey, man.
So
did you guys hear that Universal Parks or whatever is going to be building a new horror themed Universal Park in Las Vegas?
Really?
No.
Yeah. So all with classic monsters and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And it's going to be a whole theme park. It's going to be awesome.
Great.
Nope.
So Vegas trip in a few years.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
right there.
I don't have to twist my arm for that.
Toy guys do Vegas. Oh my god, I could just imagine
Oh
the
my God.
chaos that'll be.
All right. So yeah, we got those 5 right here. I guess they haven't been released yet.
Yeah, there's quite a few still to go.
I just want that Bela Lugosi Dracula. That's like the only thing I'm like dying for right now. I really want that.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I almost pre-ordered him, but I want to see him in store. I know he's going to be good, and I'm going to get him. It's just, I just want to kind of find it in store first.
Like I said,
Doug said he got his today.
That estate to let them use his likeness, because usually, like I said before, the Lugosi estate's very picky on who touches, that Dracula. So I'm just happy they were able to, whatever they did, I'm happy they were able to do it. So.
Yeah, because I have the black and white Frankie and Wolfman, and I have the colored version of the Mummy. So, and then I'm gonna want the colored Dracula.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I want the black and white one too. I don't know, man.
NECA's all a great job with horror figures.
Yeah,
they do a great job. They always have.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for the bride to come out too.
she looks so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've seen pictures like her gown is like just huge. The way, just like how it shows right there in the picture.
That creature
deserves it.
and the Invisible Man.
Yeah. Yeah, my glow creature is pretty cool. I like them. That's who makes that?
The Jada Toys one?
Jada?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get any of those figures.
All right. You was talking about NECA a second ago, and I kind of just pulled up NECA pictures because there's so many horror,
NECA goes back well over a decade with their horror figures. It's hard to keep up with every single one of them.
Yeah, you got your Jason, Freddy, Ash. This is just kind of putting some movies out there in your minds. And funny enough, only 2 of us chose movies from the figures they've actually done. The other 3 you guys chose some crazy movies, or 2. Let's see.
We didn't give you crazy movies. There's crazy horror movies out there. Those are
You're probably right. Jersey could have gave me some really stuff.
Those are tame.
I got a lot of
yeah, me too. I've watched some crazy ones recently.
I need to go and figure out what Trick or Treat is. I have not seen that yet.
Watch that movie. It's good.
That's awesome. It's kind of like a Creep Show. It's like an anthology.
Yeah.
When I watched, because like I said, I was telling everybody before they got on the stream, I actually went back and watched y'all's 3 movies, and I'm going to say that this is one of somebody's movie right here, the American Werewolf. I had no idea what the Nightmare Demons was about, and seeing the fact that it was literally just a flash of his little dream, I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So you watched my pick, Dan?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did.
That's one of my absolute favorites in that genre.
Yeah,
probably my favorite.
I have to, if I was to, because I'd already seen Halloween, so Sintastic, yours I'd already seen. I wasn't a big one, but the other 3, I have to say they were odd.
Campy classics is what you want to classify.
Campy classic. There we go. So it kind of made me rethink my choice for what I was going to choose for my movie. So I think I wanted to choose Gremlins. With the way you guys went, I want to choose Gremlins as my choice, I think, now. Before it was going to be Scream.
I mean, I don't know. I think of Gremlins more as a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie.
But horror is horror, right?
You could still have horror at Christmas,
Absolutely.
Which I haven't seen that new one out yet either.
It's called In-Laws.
Yeah. Yes.
So if I were to go with any toy horror, Gremlins would be the toy I'd go with.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's my choice, besides Scream. All right, JB, this is your choice.
Yeah. Man, there's just so much to say about that movie. 81, 82. Was it Rick Baker and John Landis? Doing things that really haven't been done yet. Kind of that campy comedy, but gore, horror, somewhat of a storyline, and going back to a classic with a werewolf. And then like how you said that dream sequence with David, that the demons and the way it is, I love movies like this. American Werewolf in London. It's a movie that I could still watch and get scared, like in the subway, running down in the subway and you don't see the werewolf, and then all of a sudden he's there. That's every day. That could happen to me every day, type thing. I get that feeling when I watch that movie.
All right. So the funny thing that with that statement of the fact that you guys are talking about with the way you just said, I got scared, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So any of y'all's movies that I watched, literally, they were campy. They were funny. Like they weren't like, oh gosh, I'm going to get scared of this. They were like literally like, I'm going to laugh at these things. They're so funny.
Well,
versus other horror movies that I've watched, I'm like, I got chills up down my spine. I'm scared to death of what's about to happen.
That's the charm of 80s horror movies, man. The cheesiness, the campiness. Even the worst acted 80s horror film is better than the best type of acting today because they tried. Like bad acting today is literal bad acting. Bad acting in the 80s was, okay, we're going to try, but we're still going to suck, but we're going to try our best.
They know what they're doing when they made the movie.
Hey, Jersey, did you see what T3 Collect said in the comments?
I
that
did not.
Terrifier's coming to NECA.
Oh, to me. Are you serious?
That's what he said. That's the movie that I was talking to Jersey about recently. I just watched Terrifier 1 and 2.
Oh, it's crazy. That's a movie that will not make you laugh.
No.
Did you see those movies?
I have not seen those. No.
Go watch those.
It. You'll love it. It's a great movie.
It's Sentri. Did you see them?
I did.
It's a great family movie, Dan.
The first one especially. I mean,
I like the first one
out
more.
years
I thought
ago
the second one went off the rails a little bit.
Yeah. The first one's pretty sick. Yeah.
The first one is it's one of the it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It has one of the most gruesome deaths in a movie I've ever seen.
Are you talking about the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little disturbing, but it's pretty cool because it's different.
That was a very demented moment.
Yeah.
So hey, let me mention this because it's not going to be on my list. But Jersey, remember whenever we went to Jay and Silent Bob's?
Yeah, that terrible.
We were looking at the glass on the outside, and there was a walrus out there.
Yeah, from one of Kevin Smith's movies, right?
Yeah, from one of his movies called Tusk. So
Tusk, yeah, it's Tusk.
I was listening to one of his podcasts with Michael Rosenbaum, I think, and they were talking about Tusk and how he never thought that they would be able to make it because it's just such a weird premise and everything. I watched that the other day. It was so good.
You like Tusk? I hate it.
I did. It was so good.
I've never seen it.
It was so weird, But again, it wasn't one
Smith, and I did not like that movie.
It wasn't one that put chills down my spine though. Again.
But that's what I like about American Werewolf in London. It's got a little bit of everything because there's gore, horror, there's the suspense horror,
love story.
There's so many different horror within its within that big umbrella.
I mean, what's the ultimate movie in this subgenre of horror that you're talking about is
Halloween,
the Evil Dead movies.
Oh, and that's that's why it's campy. I
felt bad for not picking Evil Dead.
But it's
that's another one I haven't seen. I gotta watch that one too.
Those are great. That's the definition of the epitome of campy horror classic.
Like the second one.
Classic Bruce Campbell. And I'm a huge Bruce Campbell guy too. It's almost criminal that I did not pick Evil Dead. But
it's not though. It's not because
I have one A, B, C, D, and E for my favorite horror films. So I just picked one.
That's what I'm saying. This could be 3-hour conversation right now.
Well, maybe for Halloween we could do original idea.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Poltergeist are horrible. Those freak me out. And what's the one with the house?
Amityville.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. Well, then throw in Exorcist.
Yeah. Horrible.
That's the only movie that's ever
horrible. That's little girl freaking. No, that's awesome.
Oh, what about
I don't watch it.
What about Jack Nicholson? Shining.
Oh, that's another one too. That's another one.
All-time classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. And that one, I mean, that one definitely would not be funny. Anyway, that one that's another one too. It's so difficult. I have 10, favorite horror movies.
Right.
And we've just named a few of them. It is on there. Pet Cemetery for me. Those
Pet Cemetery. I had
the original Pet Cemetery. It's top 5 for me.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery 2 also. I loved them, but
Eddie Furlong and what's his name? Who played his stepdad in it?
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
Clancy, yeah.
Yeah.
Ruby.
ManCave in the
The
house.
remake was terrible. The
Hey,
remake.
keep
I
in
didn't
there
see
with
the
us so we
remake.
can
I
have
was
his.
gonna watch
He can be in the
It pissed me
stream
off.
with us.
I saw it in theater. I saw it at the Alamo.
Me too.
It was really
It
pissed me
was.
off.
I was so disappointed because
Changing,
I thought the
changing
cast
the
was
ending
good.
and stuff, and like
Yeah.
the cast
Well,
was good.
But not only the ending, but changing like the girl and the boy. Like
Yeah, they changed the story.
yeah, it didn't work. It
No,
didn't work.
it's horrible.
Hey, T3 threw in there one that I want to see that's current. It's called Megan. It's about
I
this
wanna
little
see
doll
Megan.
that comes.
I want
comes
to see
to
it.
life.
It's getting great reviews. I want to see it.
Yeah,
God, yeah, Children of the Corn. That was scary. Good gosh.
Cujo. I mean, like all the
Cujo, yeah.
there are a lot of the Mist. A lot of the Stephen King stuff. I love.
Yeah.
But
And then when you go back to the original zombie movies too, Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead.
Sleepaway Camp. That's another
Sleepaway
campy one.
Camp.
Sleepaway
That's up
Camp.
there for me.
Horror,
That's
though,
also
yeah.
that's a 1A, B, C, D for me. So many. All of those are the
So
same. Like that's the same level as what I picked for mine. You know, it's
Really?
they're just
Okay.
so many. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But they had
just
more of a
picked one.
scare, right? You weren't that scared of your pick, right?
No, I mean you're not going to be scared of Sleepaway Camp. No.
No, your pick. The one
Oh,
that
my
they haven't
pick.
showed
No,
yet.
that's not scary.
Okay,
No.
good.
Maybe as a child, with like clowns, which blew my mind. But yeah, no. My pick was not scary. It was campy and goofy, and I love it. But
The
Comics
Sentry
do good,
pick is
buddy.
one of my absolute favorites.
Killer Clowns.
Yeah, it's
Oh, we'll get there.
but
Yeah.
like I told you, it's a comfort movie for me.
All right, so I'm going to give a little bit of props to JB and his toy photography here. Here's his Kessler Wolf.
It's JB. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, it's great. Very nice.
So go check out his Instagram if you hadn't already. All these guys' Instagrams, but especially JB for these toy photography here.
Yeah, it's great. Look at that.
Yeah, I want to get into photography pretty soon. I just have to open all my stuff first.
Oh, I actually do it from time to time. It's actually a lot of fun.
You do. Oh, look,
you
I've
do a
seen it.
pretty
Looks
good
good.
job.
Yeah.
You really do.
All right.
This is a movie. This is a movie right here.
Here's my
Oh,
yes,
love
yes,
So this was a
Classic.
Jersey's choice, Fright Night.
the original.
So question for you. You mentioned, okay, as vampire movies goes, you mentioned what?
Lost Boys, because everybody wants to go to Lost Boys. Their favorite. Now it's Lost Boys is good, but it's not now. This is my favorite.
I mean, Fright Night's great, but it's not Lost Boys.
Yeah, Lost Boys is good, but I feel like it's in its own category. Like Fright Night is, in my opinion, straight like almost horror. Where Lost Boys is, but it's on a different level. It's more like a, I don't want to say it's not a horror comedy, but like horror.
Nickelodeon.
What's that?
Yeah, I think Lost Boys
Nickelodeon.
might be in my top 10 movies of all time.
I love
good.
Lost Boys, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is my pick right here. I love
All
this
right.
movie.
I liked it. Like I said, I went back and watched it over the last 24 hours. I binge watched all y'all's movies. And I have to say it was a good movie, but I would not put it over Lost Boys.
No,
Just my opinion.
that's fair enough.
Planet Terror over Lost Boys any day.
Jay's Creepy Crypt. That's a good call right there. I actually really, that's like one of the only slasher I think in recent years, a newer one that I enjoyed. I like the first one, The Strangers.
The
The
Strangers.
Strangers is fantastic.
Good job, Jack. I can see that.
Yeah,
Give it to
I like that movie a lot.
I even like the second Strangers movie.
Yeah, it was a steep drop off from the first one. I think
It
though.
was, but I still thought it was pretty good though.
Yeah, that
I
first
have
one.
to go back and watch The Strangers. When I first saw it, I didn't
The
really
original
care
was
for
great.
Yeah,
that?
the ending got. I thought it was good. That was a good slasher.
All right, let me tell y'all one that's going to put chills up and down your spine if you hadn't seen it. It's from M. Night Shyamalan. Did y'all see The Visit?
Yeah,
Yeah, with the grandparents.
Visit was
Yes, that was
hilarious.
freaking
I laughed
creepy.
the tail off that,
That
movie.
was a recent one, right? From him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
last
did see
like
that.
5 years.
Yeah, I
2015,
saw
yeah.
that. I did see that. Yeah.
The Burbs was a good funny one too.
Burbs
Yeah.
is good.
All right, and then your figure was the
The NECA Friday the 13th part 7
number
figure.
7, right?
That's an
Yeah.
amazing figure.
One of
Yeah,
their
that's
best
great.
figures, one of their best Jason figures they've ever done as far as accessories, detail, overall just design. It's amazing. It's a great likeness of Kane Hodder as well.
That's the one I got signed by Hodder.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, Monster Mania, right? When you went,
Yeah.
he's
That's
he's going back to Maryland if you're trying to go back in April.
I probably won't make it in April, but
Nah, I think honestly with the convention schedule I was talking to you and Sentri about, I don't really know if I could fit in something like that.
no.
Nope, not at all. That's a whole other discussion, by the way, fellas.
You want to wear this? You said.
What's that?
Oh, you said fit in your schedule? I thought you said fit in this outfit.
No. I was talking about the Monster Mania. It's a whole thing. We'll talk about it.
After we sign off, that's exactly what he's getting into right there.
Yep.
He ripping out of that outfit just like Jason is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That face sculpt with the unmasked is just insane.
Yeah, that's
I believe
nasty.
pulled that off.
Yeah, that's such a good figure. That's a great
Dude, it
choice.
really is. It
Look
was
at
that
that
was
man.
no-brainer when he said, "What's your favorite figure?" I said, that one.
That handsome.
That's
fellow
probably
right
that's the best Jason figure.
That's a handsome fellow right there.
All right, then we got Oleg's pick. This is the original Halloween, right?
You can't beat the original Halloween, man.
No.
Best horror movie of all time, in my opinion.
Yep.
I wouldn't disagree.
I mean, it's a cliche, but I mean, it's a reason why it's cliche. I mean, it's just an incredible movie.
Yeah,
So,
iconic.
I wouldn't agree
iconic.
nor disagree. I think it's a fantastic film. It definitely earns its place in the horror.
And the thing is, it still holds up. Like a lot of
yeah.
Of course,
old
absolutely.
movies don't hold up. Like you watch that now, like you show it to somebody for the first time, it's going to scare the bejesus out of
It
them.
still has the same effect. It was made that well back in the 70s. It has the same effect, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Jersey, I got to go back to your movie real quick. There was a scene at the very beginning where the actor that was pretending to be, I can't remember his name right offhand, but he was the guy that was, the one that was the vampire hunter.
Oh, Peter Vince. Yeah, Roddy McDowell's character.
So he comes out with a stake and is supposedly going to stake the vampire's heart in the first video.
Oh, when Charlie's watching the movie, right?
The stake's backwards.
Is it really?
Yes.
I never noticed that. I mean, now you're gonna make me want to go back and pick that out now.
That was funny.
Why'd you do that to me? I hate you.
Yep, Halloween, good one. I love it. I loved all those. That was actually the one I binge watched this past Halloween. Was all the Halloween movies. I got to catch up on the newest one though.
I mean, it has some good ones. It has some, the franchise. It has some duds. I mean, just like any horror franchise.
Great 2-pack.
That's my favorite. That's again, two classic iconic characters, great likenesses.
That Loomis is so good. Oh man.
Yeah, great scene too.
Yeah.
I didn't find this yet. The Loomis Michael Myers 2-pack. I never found it.
It was in Target.
Yeah,
my
Target
a year or so ago.
About a year ago.
Years ago.
I think for one of the Necathons or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the thons. Yeah.
Right.
I found it crazy. He pokes his dang eyes out, and he's still coming back. Every movie with new eyes. I guess he's got some kind of healing factor.
I love the bloody eye portrait.
Yeah,
It's Mike Myers. Yeah, it's Mike Myers.
And then I think Loomis has another figure, right? That's got the burnt look.
There's another 2-pack of him and Laurie.
Yeah.
That's the one I got from Phantasm Comics because it was all water damage, and just it sold me for like nothing almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last Halloween movie, the one that just came out, Halloween Ends, was so horrible.
I didn't see it. I actually didn't see it yet.
It was an abomination.
I've been holding off.
It was just awful.
Yeah.
It might have been the worst horror or the worst Halloween movie of them all.
By far and away.
It
makes H2O look phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. It actually makes Resurrection look decent.
Oh, don't say that because I hate Resurrection. Like,
dude, this was bad.
Wow, it's that bad, huh?
Yeah. Like, I wasn't crazy about Kills, but Kills was way better.
I haven't even liked the last trilogy. Like, I'm just ready to just get rid of it.
2018 was okay.
It was good, but like for me, it didn't have the same effect. Like
that's the thing. They like wiped out like the continuity from the older movies. I was like, if you're gonna do that, like, be sure that it's better.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't.
Not at all.
I understand
the original Halloween 2 was better than 2018.
Dude, I love the original Halloween 2. I absolutely love it.
The original Halloween 2 is my second favorite Halloween movie.
It's a great film. I love the continuation, how they did that.
All right,
Halloween 1, 2, and 4 were.
Here we go. Sentri.
Yeah.
Talk to me, buddy.
This is ZacJacDan's least favorite out of the picks.
No, it just wasn't it wasn't as scary. It was hilarious.
It's not. Right. It is, and it's a campy horror classic. That's near and dear to my heart. That subgenre of horror. I love movies like this, and I love clowns. They've always terrified me. I remember watching this as a kid, and my mind was blown. As a kid, I was scared of it. And then, of course, over time, then once I got to high school, me and my buddies would watch it while drinking a few adult beverages, into college where we continue to do that. It's
was
just
a different experience then, right?
Totally different. And these are just the movies that I love. I'm a nostalgia guy, and this hits all the feels for me. Again, movies like this, movies like The Funhouse, absolutely love that movie.
Funhouse,
Dude, The Funhouse is so good.
That's
awesome.
another number one for me. Like I had mentioned before, Sleepaway Camp. Those are just the kind of movies that I love. A comet hits, some rinky dink, nobody town in the middle of nowhere, and these alien clowns, murderous clowns go and run amok. I mean, how do you? And it's bad, but it's good. How do you beat that? These are classic horror clowns.
Jumbo?
I just love
Yeah, I
the
have them.
designs, man. I love the designs. They were so good for the faces.
Yeah,
and
they're great.
everything.
And that's how they look in the movie.
Yeah.
And this was around the same time too that like the Are You Afraid of the Dark in the early 90s, that show, the Nickelodeon show, that came out, and they had the clown episode.
Yeah.
So like between this movie and that episode, my mind was blown. I'm like meshing the universes together. I'm making up stuff in my mind, like trying to make ties to all of it. I don't know. I love it all. So that's there you have it.
Sentri, I don't meet very many people that also have an appreciation for clowns, man.
Oh,
I love it.
They get me.
Yeah,
For
dude,
sure.
I'm right there.
Every
with
year
you.
we go to the haunted houses and walk through them. Every time we get to the funhouse part, I'm just like, Kate, you go first. I don't know.
Dude, I actually in one of my videos around Halloween, I actually did like a little video of like going through the fun houses and stuff. It was
I
pretty
gotta
cool.
go find that one again.
Dude, I worked at
Oh yeah, you did.
that
was a great video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It was,
worked at the
we
one
do
a
that
couple
every
years
year.
ago.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
So are you picking these up, Sentri?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you have to.
So
Absolutely.
whenever
that's
because the
no
first time I ever saw these clowns at all was with the Toonie Terrors.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no idea what it even was at all. And then you throw it out there and like, okay, I got to go watch it now. I figured there was just these three or something, but no, there's hundreds of them that were out there or whatever.
Oh
Plural.
yeah.
I love over the last 2 years, this movie's been getting a lot more respect, like with Spirit having lots of merchandise and all that stuff.
I noticed that this
Slim
year
is
that they did.
Slim's going to be the poster child for every murderous clown out there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And then I loved how Spirit had the shorty, the animatronic shorty. I wish I would have got that, but I wasn't home to get it.
Yeah, oh man, that's
when he punches that dude's head. I always love that part. He destroys his little bike.
so good. It's movies like this. It just reminds me. It reminds you or me of the '80s. Everything. And that's the sort of stuff that I love to see. Just even shots of like a supermarket or a precinct or whatever.
Just the way they talk
see that
in the cars.
Yeah, I love every bit of it. Inadvertent or not. That's just something that is always going to trigger me. So.
All right, and then the other one was the
Migo Glow.
Dude, the first release of that is so hard to find now and like very expensive.
I actually have that one too.
Really?
That one, yeah, I got that on clearance at Think Geek back in like 2016.
Wow!
along with the Frankenstein and the Frankenstein in chains.
Yep.
The shirtless one, I have that. And then the Glow is so good. I love this.
Hey, back to your clowns,
Jeff. Yeah, it was. That's an awesome part.
The shadow of the T-Rex on the wall. Yeah.
We need a funhouse figure of the bad guy there.
Oh
the
yeah,
monster.
Mm-hmm.
The messed up dude
with removable little Frankenstein mask and everything. Dan, you should watch that movie too. Another good one.
Which one is it?
A good one.
Funhouse. Toby Hooper movie.
Funhouse was really good.
Y'all, I got so many I got to write down. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's endless. It's endless.
Ugh.
Did Jersey probably saw this? Maybe Sentri did too. Night of the Creeps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Scream Factory releasing that.
That's another good one. Yeah, I actually totally forgot about it. Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, my real pick besides Gremlins was Scream.
This movie was big for its time. This movie actually, Ghostface is still to this day one of the biggest things about Halloween. It sells masks, toys, everything. He's heavily merchandise, and he's just a heavy selling character. So it's a good pick.
Even with the fact that it's still a comedy movie, like it's still like you're going to be a jump. You're going to have a jump factor, and you're going to have I don't know if I had chills up and down the spine, but definitely had a jump factor a lot in this.
Oh
Yeah.
No,
that was a great
Scream's
movie.
a great
Man.
movie. It's a good. It's a really good franchise.
Yeah, agreed.
Like none of the movies were duds. All of them were at least decent.
When
I
you think
wasn't a
about
big
it,
fan of
like there
Scream
was a gap
3.
right in slashers until this came out.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
This kind of put slashers back on the map in the
Yeah.
mid 90s.
Yep.
When
Have
95, 6, I think.
Which side?
have
I think 96, something like
Yeah, I
It
think
came
so.
out in '96. Yeah.
so what did we go through everybody's?
I got to talk about a couple
yeah.
more things real quick.
that.
So this was kind of, I mentioned Gremlins just because of the fact that I saw y'all's picks. So that's kind of where I went with that. But this would be probably, besides Gremlins, the only other horror type genre that I would jump into would be the mashup. And I know most of you guys actually have all these.
Yeah.
I have them.
I finally found the Mikey Mummy.
One of the best crossovers in toy lines, in my opinion, of all time.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dating back to the original Playmates. One of
Out
the
of-
absolute best.
Out of this group, Mikey's my favorite. I love the Mikey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
it's a
ManCave
tough-
said about his too.
It's tough, but I
call,
mean,
man. That's tough.
I like
Yeah.
Leo a lot.
Leo and I love the Invisible Donnie.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the ref. I don't know. Like Leo's my favorite turtle, but I don't really want to say it's my favorite figure though. But I think I like the ref as monster.
I actually totally forgot. I wasn't even looking at him too. Yeah, he was amazing.
It's all-
I was the most
April
excited for
turned
him
out
so
really
far.
good too.
Oh, April looked amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
April
man.
was amazing.
The fact that they actually
They're
gave her
all
good
great.
knees.
Yeah, the knees. Check the knees. April
The
of
other-
knees.
The other thing that I was going to mention that I would pick up would be Toonie Terrors. When I first started seeing those actually got me kind of back into thinking about horror movies.
Dude, I passed on these when they first came out, and then I bought the Nun. And then, Dan, actually, that's how I discovered your channel. I went on YouTube, and I was like, well, what other figures are in this line? And that's how I found your video. I'm like, oh, this guy's got every figure. Okay. And then I went out the next day. That's how my channel started. I went out and started buying more and more. My first video, actually, I was looking for the Jason and found him in a weird way. But, yeah, that's how my channel started. Or some of my earliest posts on Instagram are all for the Toonie Terrors. So
Nice.
These are cool, man. I really do
Yeah.
like Toonie Terrors. I never wound up getting into them, but there are some that I
yeah,
like a lot. That Nosferatu is actually a really good one. The Victor Crowley.
the Crowley's
is great.
awesome.
Yeah.
And, I
Yeah.
I have
Oh
the
man,
tw-
I got another freaking scary movie, guys. Wrong Turn. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, the
Oh,
first one's
God.
amazing. First one's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, even the fourth one I like, but the second one's not bad. The third one's kind of crappy, and they kind of just go down from there.
What
But
about Cabin Fever?
I never
Cabin
liked.
Fever,
I
oh
never
my
liked Cabin
gosh.
Fever.
Actually, along those lines, it came out probably around the same time as all those. Was the one with Paul Walker, Joyride?
Oh,
Oh,
Joyride.
Joyride.
Dude,
Yeah.
Joyride's good.
Jeepers
with the-
Creepers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Levine in
Jeepers
it.
Creepers. That was so good. Oh my
what
gosh.
about Reanimator?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have not seen Reanimator yet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of.
That's this
Jeffrey
dude right here, right?
Combs,
Herbert West.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think.
not seen the Bloody Valentine either.
Oh, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Haven't seen that yet.
Oh
did
yeah,
that not-
yeah.
oh,
That's up there too. That
Captain
Captain
Spaulding is
Spaulding.
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. We saw
Wow.
one at that one that one store up there in north of Charlotte toward Concord. We saw that figure. Not that one, but we saw the
The NECA one? Was it the NECA one?
was it the NECA one or did they make a Mego
NECA
one?
one.
of that?
The NECA one is great.
Yeah. I
The
remember.
NECA Captain Spaulding is really
Yeah.
good. But they have, I mean, it may look similar to the Mego because they do
Yeah.
the 8-inch soft goods
Yeah.
stuff. So.
I have the Grady twins. They're freaky.
Yeah, that was a Walmart
Oh, they were
exclusive.
freaky
Originally,
anyway,
now it's
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, Halloween we put them up. They're freaky.
Yeah, I think I got every one of these except for the clowns and some of the newer ones that haven't come out yet.
Did you get the red version of Elvira?
Is that the one that was in that box, the Elvira
Yeah.
box?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
You-
All right. So that's it for my stuff. That was it.
Yeah.
Was just Toonie Terrors and Scream.
Nice.
There it is. What's that? They live. There you go.
Found it.
Another
today.
one. Another one I
It's
hadn't
a
seen.
nice set, nice 2-pack.
Yeah, I've been trying to track this down. I had it at Toy Meister last year, but I finally found it and picked it up.
They Live's another great movie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Universal Monster Turtles, though, man, I love that line so much. You can't go. I think those are all James Groman sculpts too. Well, he's the man. That's easily one of my favorite modern lines out right now.
Yeah.
And they all hit this year.
Yeah, Frank Raff was last year,
Okay.
or the year, or maybe the tail end of.
I think they all were last year, right? 'Cause
2021?
I got them all within
Yeah, they're
2000.
all out.
Oh, last year. Oh, yeah, 2022. Well,
2022,
I think Frankenraff though I think he was 2021. I want to
The
say.
end of 2021, maybe.
Yeah, he was like the
I
first
think
one that
so.
came out was the Frankenraff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the first one, and then it was Mikey, and now we're seeing Splinter and Bride, and
Yeah, we still haven't seen
I'm not
Invisible
crazy
one
about
yet.
the
Not Donnie
Helsing
yet. No.
Splinter though.
Yeah,
Was
Donnie
that-
and
I like
Donnie-
the crossbow. The crossbow, I think, puts it all together. Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Sentry, or Sintastic, what were you about to say?
I was just gonna say I wasn't crazy about the Van Helsing Splinter.
yeah. Laura has a good point. Tubi, if you guys have Tubi, they have tons of horror movies out there.
Yeah, just go to the horror section, just browse. That's all you
Yeah.
got to do.
There's a
I'll do it. I'll
ton.
do it.
I subscribe to Shudder, and Shudder is just unbelievable.
Shudder has a lot of good stuff on it, and you can find some of those movies in the stores too if you're still a
Yeah.
physical guy.
Is that good? I haven't even. That's you like that?
Oh,
Shudder?
Shudder! I love Shudder. I watch it all the time. It's got tons of like in obscure horror movies.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's cool.
They got
Alright,
cool.
so-
They have like cool like documentaries, like all sorts of stuff.
That's cool.
One of the questions that JB posed, he was excited about this Friday the 13th. He kind of got the idea going, but one of the questions he posed was, does horror appeal to the masses more now than before?
Well, I had brought that up with some of the people I work with, and they're younger than me, and a lot of them they love it. They love horror, and I did a kind of a quick poll. A lot of the Insidious, the Annabelle, the stuff out now, they're
There's
really
some-
enjoying.
The
It's like
Insidious,
shock,
the Insidious movies were great.
right? Like the boom, the suspense horror, and then the free. So that's good that it's still out there. And then I asked this one person, she said, I love, like I said, so what's yours? She goes, I love Saw. I was like,
Yes.
really? So gore? She goes, yes, gore horror is my thing. So
See, the Saw movies, like that period of when it was like Saw, Hostel. That was the period when I was not that into it.
really, yeah.
Yeah,
And that,
Hostel was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Hostel.
No.
Yeah, Saw
it was
is like
what do they call it? Like the torture porn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those don't do it for me. Torture porn
Yeah.
movies. Not my thing.
toys, right? We're talking about
It really
Toys,
just
right?
depends on
Toys.
the generation, 'cause
It all ties in though. All right.
It-
Pop
it-
culture. That's what toys is, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what this is. Definitely.
exactly. Because I mean, when you think again, going back to why I pick American Werewolf in London, it's like that part where David's talking to Jack. They're talking in the theater. You know what type of theater it was, and it's just like, wow, it's just all of it, all in one movie. Just
Well,
I
and
mean, all
there
the
you
stuff
go.
we're talking about is based off of shows and movies, and
Right,
it's all
right.
Right.
Which takes you to your second question or your last question. How far is too far in horror? When you talk about Saw could be going too far because you're literally talking about.
Terrifier.
Did you, Sandra? I was going to say the thing. Terrifier. Watch Terrifier, and that might be.
I haven't watched.
But the thing about Terrifier is like it's campy.
Yeah, it's a fun.
Like
gore.
it's
It
like
is, but it's
almost like a
gruesome.
cartoon, like
Yeah.
gore. Like it's. I feel like
It's like the
movies
definition
like
of
Saw-
insanity, man. Like it is a crazy movie.
I don't know if there is a. I don't know if
It's like
there really
it's
is
like
a too far for
crazy
horror.
humor. It's hard to even it's literally just nuts.
What
Yeah.
Terrifier?
Like
I
Art
gotta
the
watch-
Clown, like
The
that
fir-
is
the
just
first
a
The first Terrifier especially was
yeah.
fantastic.
And he was terrifying as well. I mean,
Yeah.
like
In
certain
Killer
parts
Clowns-
of that movie.
In Killer Clowns,
was
whenever when he was telling the little girl to come here, that was going too far. I think if he'd have grabbed that girl, it would have been too far out of that restaurant. I don't know if you remember
I mean,
that
at
scene or not.
the time, that could have flown no problem.
Yeah.
if
I mean, you get the same
there
thing
was
with it.
follow-up.
It took little kids too. So
Yeah.
to me, when you take little kids and put them into it, that's a little too much.
Well, I mean, Poltergeist.
The innocence of a child.
Poltergeist, yeah.
Poltergeist was. I mean, I probably won't watch that movie. I mean, if I'm gonna
Poltergeist is
watch
one
it,
of the
but
few movies that legitimately freaks me out.
Yeah.
Poltergeist, Exorcist, kids. It's
Yeah.
just scary.
The Exorcist for its time, especially being a 12-year-old girl involved in all that, that's heavy to swallow,
It's
But
Wait.
you prey on the innocence of the
Wait.
children. The harm.
The Exorcist is hard for you because you're a 12-year-old girl.
No, open your ears, you old bastard. But yeah, when you take a child's innocence and try to make a horror movie out of it, for some people it goes too far. That's why movies like Sinister work so well, because you're taking
Great
child
movie.
and you're trying to make it a disturbing film, and children aren't known to be that way. So
those are like Insidious, Sinister. Those movies are disturbing. Those movies are scary, quote unquote scary. Those are no joke films. A lot of the stuff
Sinister, it was actually really good.
The first
Sinister was great.
The first
one,
the second one's hot trash, dude.
Yeah.
The second one sucked, but the first one was legit. I remember I actually went to see that in the theaters by myself because none of my friends wanted to see it. I was like, fine, I'll just go by myself. And oh my god, was that a mistake?
Yeah. That was really good. Even The Ring, when it was the remake, Ring Goo, the original.
Yeah.
Was awesome. And that's, if you watch that, the remake, you could really appreciate the remake for how spot on it was in every way. In every way.
Ring 2
Kids' Room
was
and
terrible.
Terrible. But the Ring, the first
but
one
the
was,
Ring, the freaking horse. Oh my god.
The
really
Japanese
well done.
One of the best to do horror because they don't look at it the way we look at it. They look at it from the suspense aspect, whereas Americans look at it from, how much gore can we put in there? The Japanese are like, I want to scare somebody. I want to prey on your mind. I don't want gore. I wanted to build up suspense.
It transcends the bounds of blood and gore. They're ripping you apart from every aspect.
And a lot of people can't handle Asian horror because of that. It's too much for them. It's too much. Not even a story. It's too much to comprehend if there's no blood, guts, and goo.
Do you guys like Dust Till Dawn?
The movie, the name is. It's a movie of sort of based on legend in Japan, where there's like some kind of forest or something that's like haunted.
I saw that. I can't remember what it was called though.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about too.
And they made a movie about it. It's supposed to be like really good.
It was really good.
How old is it? Because I'm trying to remember.
A few years old, like 3-4 years
it was
old.
streaming like not too long ago. I forgot. Wasn't it called like? Was it called like something Forest or something?
Yeah, like something Forest or the Woods or something like that.
Wasn't it just the Forest or
maybe something?
Maybe.
Like
I just remember it's like based on like some kind of like urban legend in Japan about like this. It's like a haunted forest.
Is that the tree like you kill yourself at or something like that? Suicide tree or something?
Something like that. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that's exactly it.
So they were supposed to be like twins or something, and one of them went missing.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Do you guys like From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
JB, our favorite, absolute favorite.
Yeah, that's up there. And that's what I'm getting at. Again, it's that campy, but man, those vampires out of nowhere.
Oh, that movie's out of control.
Tarantino just knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, and I love Planet Terror, and the Grindhouse style. It's just awesome.
Grindhouse was great. Like I remember seeing it in the movie theaters, and like it was just a fun experience.
Yeah.
There it is. Jay's Creepy Crypt. There you go. Suicide Forest.
It's actually just called The Forest.
Oh,
the movie's called, but the forest in Japan is Suicide Forest.
It's called Suicide Forest
locally.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Let you guys start saying your thanks and hellos and goodbyes and all that good stuff. Jersey, you start us off.
Thank you guys for coming out as usual. We'll see you next time. Hopefully we keep doing this, and stay tuned for more content from all of us. Thank you. Have a good night.
Oleg?
Thank you guys so much for watching and for the support. Thanks for the interaction in these chats. It's so much fun. Like I sit here and I just kind of read the comments a lot, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy all this with all you guys and all of the viewers. It's awesome. Be sure to check out all our channels. If you like one of us, you'll probably like all of us. So it's
Dan, firstly, thank you for hosting again, buddy, and putting this all together as always. It's no small feat. And everybody, of course, in the chat. This is what I think it's safe to speak for everybody on this panel. This is why we are leveraging YouTube, is to be able to chat about the hobby that we're all passionate about, and to have, I think, the core audience that we have and continue to build with these live streams. It's great. It's so much fun for all of us. Again, another great live stream. So thank you everyone for coming out. Go subscribe and check out all of these channels if you haven't already. And happy Friday the 13th.
Yes. JB.
Happy Friday the 13th. Echo everything everybody said. I'm not going to repeat it. Thank you guys, everybody. You guys are tremendous and wonderful, and we appreciate it. And don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday the 14th. Who knows that one? Who knows that one? Watching that tomorrow.
There you go. guys, I appreciate y'all joining. I appreciate getting on and talking with each other. I'd love to do this with each other. We do miss ManCave, so hit him up if you haven't already, and let him know you're thinking about him too.
He's
and
right
that
here.
that you missed him. There he is. Look
There
at
he
him.
is.
He showed up.
He's right
There
here.
he is. So, guys,
He'll
we
be
are going
back.
to end. We're going to end this broadcast, and we'll be back on his channel. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I know some of you guys are headed to Imperial Castle, I think.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
So
Yes.
enjoy.
Yeah.
A lot of footage.
Oh, we will.
Oh, we will.
A lot of
We will.
footage. After, of course, you shop and do your thing. You know.
Yes, get some good footage of that and get over those channels and check those out too, guys. So we appreciate everybody, and talk to you later.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.